intra-document navigation. Intra-document navigation is nothing but navigation within the page. So navigating from one location to another location within the page is actually intra-document navigation. So we learned how to configure intra-document navigation with one example. In intra-document navigation, actually two steps are there. So generally how you can define intra-document navigation, example I already given. Technically what happens is, so you it handles navigation within the page, navigation within the page. So the target component is defined with ID. The target component is defined with, so like we have a div, it will have an ID, some topic, or we have a picture, so image, we will have an ID, some pic, like this. So that means they are defined with IDs. They are defined with ID for div, for heading, any, and you can navigate to the target location by configuring anchor with the href referring to ID. How we do that? Anchor href is equal to hash topic, or anchor href is equal to hash pic. Like this we refer. That is how generally we handle the navigation. We configured the navigation. So navigation, intra-document navigation, you need an ID and you need to handle to that ID. Generally, 2 points are there. References. When you are configuring the references, so one important question is, so what is a difference between ID and name? Name. That is the important question regularly comes. Actually, name is an attribute which can be common for several elements. So that means same name can be defined by using name. A same name can be defined for several elements. So you can access all elements by using name. That is one option. That is name. That is name attribute actually. And ID is nothing but ID is unique identification for any element. ID is unique identification for any element. So you should not configure multiple elements with same ID. That will conflict. ID is unique. Every element have a different ID. And you want uniqueness, then you When you have common, then you use name. In JavaScript and CSS, you will understand how to use these IDs and names in more better way. Here currently, whether to give ID or name, important. Here we have to give ID, not name. Why? Because for every top, then there will be confusion where to scroll. ID, unique identification. That is what we designed in our last example. In our yesterday's example, we designed this screen. So we created this screen and we designed that screen. In this, user can click on the topic, then it will scroll to that location. And how you done that? By using an ID reference. So this is clickable text or picture or graphic anywhere. So that when you click it, it will navigate to that location. But it is handling navigation within the page. That is the reason we call this intra-document navigation. You can put anywhere. You can put this toolbar above horizontally. You can keep vertically. It depends on your requirement. So based on your requirement, you can configure. Various examples we will see. We will see horizontal, vertical, everything in different examples. Currently, this is enough. This is good, right? That means the scrolling. Right side, I kept overflow scroll so that it can scroll the content and show. Yesterday, already I explained this example. That is intra-document navigation. So navigation from one location to another in the same page. Now, one more point is there. Sometimes what happens is we don't have much content to scroll. Sometimes the situation comes like that. So we don't have much content to scroll. So that means if here another point I will give. If page doesn't contain information, doesn't contain information which is scrollable. Document, intra-document navigation, intra-document information which is scrollable. Then intra-document navigation cannot allow the user to scroll to the specific topic. That is one point. Then what you have to do is you can use CSS target to highlight the topic, to highlight the topic. You can highlight the topic by using CSS target. Actually, that is the part of CSS, but while working with links, you need to understand. I will show you the situation. What is the situation? We will see that. Then you can understand it, right? So how it can handle, we can see that. Right. Let's see generally what is the situation for this. I will go to the design. Here in current example, we have a lot of content to scroll. That is fine. Sometimes we may not have that. Let's see. Suppose intra links .html. Okay, here I'm designing a document, HTML, head, title, intra document links. Okay, and the body section. And here I'm configuring a div. Now in this div, I will keep first I will keep a nav bar here. Nav. In that I will keep an unordered list and a list item. Here I will put an anchor HTML. I will keep another anchor, some CSS. Another anchor, that is JavaScript. Okay. Below this navigation, I will keep a section. And in the section, I am configuring generally in the section a div. And here I will give the class as a topic. Topic is the div. In that we have heading. And here we are defining. So HTML tutorial, some paragraph. So it is a markup language, something like this. Some paragraph is there. Similarly, I have another div and a class also topic and a heading as CSS examples. So here I just given CSS. So here you can find CSS examples, something paragraph, and one more topic. So class topic and heading as JavaScript. Okay, and some paragraph. It is a language for client, server, and database. Something like this we find. Yes, so I will run this. This is the design. Now here the point is we don't have much content to scroll. Within the page we have some options. Okay. This topics, different options we will give here. Like first topic is HTML. Second all are topic only, different here. ID is HTML and ID is CSS and ID is JavaScript. Why ID? Why class? ID is for link reference. Class is, we can use ID also effects. But what happens? different IDs are there. A class. And CSS uses classes. I will use a style and the class is topic. So wherever topic is present, so I will give the topic related background color. Suppose I will put here as okay, border solid dark cyan. Okay, so that, and the padding for every topic is 20 pixel. Okay, and the margin top, so every topic 20 pixel. That is the topics we defined, and you can see it will come like this. That is the appearance actually. We have HTML, we have CSS, we have JavaScript. These are the topics. At the top, we have the list items, and in the navigation bar, UL, unordered list style as none, list style as none, and that display I will keep as flex. It will keep a flexible display, and here I defined so margin li list item margin left as some 20 pixel, some margin left 20 pixel, and a font size as 20 pixel. Font size little bit increased for them, and here we have border as 1 pixel solid, and background again I defined as background as background color, right, dark cyan, and color as white, and border radius as some 5. This is all to give a button like appearance for them, and like padding is some 5 pixel, so that a button like appearance comes for them, and I can give width as some 200 pixel. All the width also adjusted, and the text align to center. We can keep the text alignment center. So now this unordered list also text align center. So I defined the alignment center. List item given, yeah, that's enough. Fine. Now here we want these. These are actually links, HTML, CSS, JavaScript links. So that means now we will give here href is equal to, it should go to HTML div. That means hash HTML. That means it should go to this location. And CSS, it should go to hash CSS. And here it has to go to hash JS, JavaScript. Those locations we need to take, right? Now see here. So for links, we need to put the colors and effects. So in interviews, one more regular question comes is how to remove underline for hyperlink. Actually, in CSS you will learn. Generally, you can remove underline. By answer for this is by using style text decoration set to none. Text decoration set to none. By using that, we can remove that effect. Text decoration we have to set to none. Then we can remove the underline. Insert anchor text decoration none. That means it will not have any underline. It is not having an underline, and the text color. So we will put color as white. Okay. So that means the link color will be changed to white. Now see here, the point is I move the mouse onto HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I am clicking on them. When I click on JavaScript, so it's not showing anything. But actually in the URL, you see JavaScript is highlighted, means JavaScript is navigated. But here you cannot feel that navigation. Why? Because there is no much content to scroll. If there is much content to scroll, it will take to that location and display. But it is not possible here. In that case, this kind of situation regularly comes with links. Then the problem is user is unable to understand what happened actually. Means what is the highlight happened. For this, what we can do is we can write here A, and we can define here. So for the anchor, so the topic, we have the class topic. It is having some color. So you see topic is having some effects. If this topic is used everywhere. Now, if this topic became target, if the topic becomes target, that means if the topic becomes target, through ID it becomes target. If topic becomes target, then we need to change. Then what we will do here? So we will write again topic. If topic is target, if topic becomes target, then background color I will keep it to black, and the color I will keep it to white. Like this I define. That means now what happens is here I click on CSS. So then CSS will highlight. That looks better. I click on JavaScript, then JavaScript highlights. I click on HTML, then HTML highlights. That means when you are using intra-document navigation, this is important, because every time there will not be content for scrolling. There will not be content for scrolling. So if there is no content for scrolling generally, then how we know that it is currently highlighted? So that means current topic navigation is there. We can use this target. We can use this target. So that means topic, when it becomes target, it can become target when link is clicked. When link is clicked, that topic becomes target. How it becomes target? By using this ID, it becomes target. So because link click, first link click, HTML becomes target. Then this topic, if it becomes target, then it will put a color. So which topic is currently in target? That topic will get that color, and that topic will define that effect. This is also very regularly used in intra-document navigation. While working with intra-document navigation, this is a common approach. This is very common approach. So this is very important approach also. So because every time you will not have content for scrolling. Here only the point is normally how it should display. When become target, how it should display. These are the two things we need to. So if it doesn't contain information which is scrollable, then intra-document navigation can't allow user to scroll to specific topic. You can use CSS target. You can use CSS target to highlight the topic. So that means you can define syntax. I will give you first. So here we will define. So the topic. So the topic, and when topic is normal, the effects, topic related effects. And if topic becomes target, colon target. If it becomes target, then effects. We need to configure effects. Effects on targets and effects to normal. That is what actually we need to define. Effects to normal and effects to target. Example is this. This is the example which we designed. That is the example which we designed. So this is example. I will copy this example and keep it here. You can keep navigation anywhere, left side or top. Here in this example, I given at the top. In our previous example, it was left. You can keep anywhere here. you can configure that. This is intra-document navigation, how we can deal and how we can configure intra-document navigation. Right. So next, important, these are two examples how to work with them. Here navigation will happen within the page. Right. Now another important is inter-document navigation. Navigation. Inter-document navigation is it allows user to navigate from one page to another. It allows the user to navigate from one page to another. Navigation can happen from one page to another. That is what actually intra-document navigation, from one page to another. Actually, hyperlink can open any file or URL. You can say file, URL, or application. Can open any file, URL, or application when link clicked. It can open a file, it can open a URL or application when link clicked. That means it opens some other document. That is inter-document navigation. How this inter-document navigation works? It can be a file or URL or application also. Generally, how we configure that. So let's take a look. Suppose, so when you are configuring the navigation, observe in this navigation mechanism, you can see that technically, I will create a page now. One more option. So inter-document. Okay. Here I am creating doc type HTML head and title and say inter-document. Okay. And in the body section, I will keep favorites. Okay. And I will keep an ordered list item. Anchored. Here I will display, suppose some page like we have so many pages. I will keep any page, suppose layout. Okay, layout page, fine. Next, another, here I will define as Amazon shopping. Okay, another, so I define as, we have link to file or URL, suppose CSS tutorial. Okay, another one is casuals, and another, here I'm defining hr@nareshit.in, some link here. So here I'll say, so I will keep here as email to that particular person. And here I am defining, so some call. So that means call. Yeah, so this is call. I'm just giving a call. And here I say +91 98765432110, something number I defined there. So these are the options specified. Now let's open this and see. So that I will open this and see here. And you can see these are all the options. Now what should happen is when user clicks on this layout page, then what should happen? When user clicks on layout page, what should happen is it should open a page which is present in your document, in your document. Sorry, in your project. It should open a page in your project. So then in our project, we have a page called layout.html. Then here href is equal to layout.html. Okay. This should open Amazon shopping site, http://www.amazon.in. That means link can have a page or URL. It can have a file. Suppose in my project, I have docs folder. In docs folder, I will open in Explorer. In this docs folder, I will keep some document. In my computer, some PDF documents are there. I will keep that PDF documents. So here I will keep a PDF document. Tutorials, yeah. CSS demo, some PDF document is there. I will keep that PDF document here. Okay. I need to link that document. So that means href is equal to, in docs, we have CSS PDF. And this is an image. Href is equal to, in images, we have shoe.jpg. And here, this is interesting here. When user clicks on this email address, it should open a email client and it should allow to send email. Then what we can do is, so for that anchor href, email client means, in your laptop or desktop, if you have MS Office or Windows 10 like or other operating systems, they have a email client like MS Outlook. Some email clients will be there. Now, when user clicks, we can open that email client. We can open that email client and we can access and use it. We can open the email client, we can access and we can use it. How to open that email clients? That href, you have to use mail to colon the same email address where you want to mail to. So hr@nareshit.in, like this. Now I will save this. So this mail to is a link attribute, a link reference attribute, which is used to invoke a mail client and can send mail to that particular email address. It will open a mail client. You have to compose your mail there. Similarly, if you are using this on mobile also have mail clients. It will open the mail client and it will use that mail client. Mobile also have mail clients. It will open the mail client and it will use the mail client. Technically, it will do that. Right. So you have call clients also. That means mobile calling clients also. You can open them href equal to tell colon and you give your number. So 91 some 9876543210. So or I can simply here I can put the word as call us. So call us, right, like this. That is tell is used for clients. That is used for the clients, configuring the clients, right? That is configuring the clients. Let's see how this is going to work. Yeah. So here, what happens when you run this now? You can see in the output it will be displayed in this way. And when I click on, so this call mode I will remove. When I click on, so this layout page, it will navigate to that page and it will show that page. Okay. When I click on the second one, it will navigate to that website. It will show that. You can navigate to any URL also. Okay. When I click on this CSS tutorial, it can open that document and display that document. You can see a PDF document can open and display. It can display. And when you click on this, it will open that image and it will show. And when you click on this, you can see that it will open a email client. See, this is an email client. In your computers, you have to configure the email client. Once you configure the email client, you can add your Gmail account or anything. Then it will ask us to compose message and send. It will ask us to compose message and send. So you have to just compose the message and send. So that is email client. So it will invoke that client. When I click on call, there is a phone client also. I click on call, then that phone client will open. You see it says site is trying to open your phone. Okay, open. Then you can see it opens the phone. Phone means actually if you are using this on your mobile, it will open your call option. Currently Windows 10 have a phone connection also defined, right? If you are using a tablet, so then Windows allows you to configure the phone and you can get the alerts directly onto the phone. Actually from PC to phone you can manage. That phone client opens. We haven't configured it. If we configure, then it will allow to call. These type of options are available for links. For that, we have to use the special keywords. Mail to, tell are the important keywords. They are keywords you have to use exactly in the same way to handle them. And use them, you have to manage in the same. That is technically how it works. So technically how it is going to deal with. Right. So this is the inter-document links. That means it is navigating to some file. It is navigating to some URL. It is navigating to some file. But problem is there. So one problem is, I will give you that problem also. I will open this. Example is this. So here, let me give one more point. So, link target can be defined. Clients like we have two clients. We have email client. So for that we have to use mail to, and we have telephone client. For that we have to use tell call. Mail to, that is one option, and tell is another option. This is for telephone client. We have to configure. Example is this. This is the example. I will copy that. In this example, I given all the links. Right. Now here, one important you have to notice, every file cannot open in browser. Every file cannot open in browser. Browser, browser actually, every file cannot open in browser. It needs special plugins. Special plugin. Plugin is nothing but a software that is used to open the files in browser currently. Plugin is a small tool, software tool, which will provide some add-on functionality to your browser. So every file cannot open in browser. It needs special plugin. If your browser is not having the plugin, if it is not having the plugin, then it will download the page. It will download the file. If browser is not having the plugin, then it will download the file. How you will know plugin available or not? That you do in JavaScript actually. By using JavaScript, we can write a program that verifies what plugins are present, and it will alert him saying that you need this plugin but you don't have, please download that plugin. For example, many times we have seen, suppose when you are trying to watch videos on YouTube or some website, it gives a warning sometimes on your browsers like you need a flash plugin, please install flash player, like that. So that means you need some special plugins. Every file you can't open, browser can't open. So PDF, JPG, HTML, such things it can open. But see here, now what I am doing is in the docs folder, I will copy from my computer, So I will copy, I have so many files here on desktop itself. Suppose there is a file, so Word document is there. Some Word document I will say as web tools. Okay, I will paste it and I will rename it in a simple way, web document is there. Then I will put a link for that. So here I will put a link. So anchor href is equal to, it is in docs. In the docs, web.docx. And here I will say tutorial. That is Word document. Just I am giving something like this. Now see here, we have a Word document as link. But browsers can't open Word documents. Browsers usually cannot open Word documents. They are very complex. It cannot open Word documents. Then no plugins also present. So because Word documents may be huge in size, browser can't support them. That's the reason when I click on this, what will happen? It will not open. You can see it is downloaded. You see it is downloaded. At the bottom of the screen, you can see it's downloaded. And you can open the downloads. You can open in the downloads, right? And this is the download folder. And from there, you can use it. It cannot open. It will download. So that is what actually the concept is. That means every file cannot open. It will download it. So just an example for this is this. One link is enough here, this link. So this type of links cannot open the content. So why? Because plugins will not be there. Even you search online for plugin, they will not support much. Because up to certain extent they can open, but other type of documents they can never open actually. You have to download it. That is the only solution you have, right? Now, technically, here The point is, sometimes in interviews they ask a question is how to download any file in browser. How to download any file in browser? Download any file from page. Even the plugin is available. So even the means how to download any file from page. How to download any file from page. So regardless, plugin, regardless plugin. That means even the plugin is there, it should download. It should not open. How you can? That means download always. Download always. Download always. That is the approach we have to follow. We need to download always. That is important. So technically, how you can manage this actually? Observe here the point is image. Image, when I click on Nike casuals, it is opening. It is opening. But it should not open, it should download. It should download. In that case, what we can do is we can use an attribute called download attribute. We can configure download attribute. So, but unfortunately, this attribute is a very latest attribute. It is not supported on all browsers. That is the reason it will have inconsistency in functionality. Suppose here, I will go back here. I click on now Nike Casuals. It is downloading now. In this browser, it is working, but every browser will not support it. That is one problem, because latest advanced browsers only they support this facility. So we have to use download as an attribute, and it can download. That means, so you can configure, suppose say shoe, suppose I say Nike, a name is given for the download here, and I click on this Nike here, it will download by that name called Nike.jpg. You can give a name, what should be the name for it, otherwise it will use the default name. It will download by the name Nike. You can see the name Nike. So that is the download by which name. So this is a very latest option in HTML. So because many times this question is asked in interviews, people who don't know latest, then they will say that, sir, I have to write a JavaScript program for that. Actually, you have to write a JavaScript program. We need to write a program to get the file, fetch the file, download the file. But now recently we have a simple attribute which will handle it. So if he don't want attribute, then you have to tell the logic how to do it. That generally we do with JavaScript. You will learn it in JavaScript. So initially, how to download any file from the page regardless plugin. So that means answer is by using Anchor download attribute. It has a download attribute. By using the download attribute, we can manage it. By using the download attribute, you can configure and you can define and you can handle it. So that is important here. So let's see the example here. That is, I will copy that and we need to configure. So example like this. This is the download option. Now this is some new thing. So we have to just put syntactically. So we have to say that download is equal to So file name, you can give the file name. That means, so this file name href, we can give any file. Href is equal to any file, images slash pic.jpg. We have to manage this. So this is another regular question. But how to do it in JavaScript, that you will learn in JavaScript. Means how we can write the code for that to handle the downloads and configure the downloads. This is the basic approach of inter-document. In inter-document, several questions will be there. One more question will be there. Another question that comes regularly is how to open link target. So target in a new tab. How to open link target in a new tab. That means I don't want to download, or say Amazon shopping should open in a separate tab. It should open in a separate tab. Currently it is opening in the same window. I want it to open in a separate tab. Then generally you can do that. So by using anchor target attribute set to _blank. Target attribute can be set to self, window, blank, frame. So many are there. I will explain. Target attribute, if set to _blank, then it is going to open in a separate tab. So that means anchor href some path and target is equal to _blank. It will open in a separate tab. You can see here, I will just keep Amazon target is equal to _blank, and I will save this. And when I click on this now, Amazon shopping, it opens in a separate tab without disturbing the file. It opens in a separate tab. That is how it manages. But this is a common thing. Everybody knows this concept, because whenever anyone knows about link, he knows about this opening in a separate tab requires _blank. So generally in interview, this may not be the question every time. Sometimes they ask that how to open link target in a new window, not tab. That means I want in a new window, I need to pop up a window. In the window, I need to display. So I need to pop up the window. That means I need to display. That is important. So generally, so here important is when you are displaying _target, it will open in a tab. In early days, it opens in a window only, but not now, because these days we are using advanced browsers which have tab-based browser. We are having tab-based browsers actually. And usually tab-based browsers are nothing but tab-based browsers will open in a tab only, not in a window. Actually, this target is enough to open in a window also. But in current browsers, it's not window, it is tab. That is the reason that question changes now. Then how to open in a window? For that you use JavaScript actually. That means by using JavaScript window.open method. This you will learn in JavaScript, but here also you can try simply. On href, what we have to do is, suppose we have Nike casuals. This should not download, it should open. Then what we do is in href, we will not put the path directly. In href, we will write like this. In href, we write like JavaScript colon window.open. That means it should use JavaScript. Through JavaScript, it should call this method window open. And what the file to open? In images slash, so that is shoe.jpg to open. Okay. What should be the title to open? Title I will keep as Nike. Okay. How much width and height you want for window? Window width and height 400, width equal to 400, height is equal to 300 or 400. You have to write like this exactly. Spaces, commas, these are very much important. If you are missing them, there will be an issue. So we can use JavaScript window open method on href. So to open that particular file and display. Now observe carefully. Here when I click on this Nike Casuals, it opens in a separate window and display. Not in a separate tab. It opens in a separate window. You can open in a separate tab or you can open in a separate window. So separate tab, you can use target, but separate window, how much width and height you can set. 500 width, 400 height. And I click on here, so it opens there. We can set the height and width for it. Important, one more thing you should know here is generally, so, we can keep this center on page. You can keep right side. The position also we can control. That you will learn in JavaScript when we learn this method in JavaScript. Because a lot of attributes will be there. By using those attributes, you can configure them. You can define them. How we can open in a separate window. So how we can open in a separate tab. These are the regular questions. And example for this is this. So how to open link target in a new window. This is an example actually. That's how we can configure. This is the basic approach of defining and configuring the link. So lot of things are there in inter-document links. How to open in a separate tab, how to open in a separate window. So now one more question comes here is another regular question comes here is how to open. Actually, another question is how to open link target in the same window without or not open. You can say better how to embed the link target in the same window along with existing content. That is another question. That means the question is like, so the question is like, generally the question is nothing but, so when user clicks on that Nike Casuals, that should open here itself beside that. That means another file should come from external source and should embed into the page without disturbing the existing content. Along with that existing content, it should display. Along with the existing content, it should display. This is important. Actually, we can manage that. We can define and we can manage that. So by using a concept called, you can handle that. How you can handle it? So by using a element called iframe, by using iframe, you can embed any document content into current page that you can embed into the current page, and you can display any document. Means again, browser should support. It doesn't means that you can put a MS Word document. You can embed a PDF document, or you can embed image files. You can embed HTML documents. You can manage them by using iframe. Iframe is very commonly used. Actually, iframe allows to embed even video, audio like content also for you. So that means iframe can embed video, audio like contents into the page, and we can display them actually. So for that we need iframes technically. So how these iframes are going to work, how these iframes are going to manage the navigation, so that we have to see one example. Actually, iframe can embed. Iframe have source. I will show you. So iframe have syntactically I will define first. Generally, iframe have src. Src is nothing but the file to embed. And you can define width, and we can define height. So we can define some styles additionally for that. This is iframe. So this is iframe. Iframe is a container. Inside the container it can keep the information. So you need to configure iframes. You can embed anything. You can even embed YouTube videos. For example, suppose we have YouTube Naresh Technologies. Some YouTube Naresh Technologies I opened here. When I open YouTube Naresh Technologies, some videos came. I will select any video, and I will click here. So I will pause it. You go and copy this video URL. Copy the video URL. Remember, every video you cannot embed, because the people who uploaded, they should give that permission actually. So copy this URL. Okay, that is the video URL. Fine. Now come to your page. In the page list, I will keep a div. Here iframe. In the iframe, we have to use a source is that path. But actually this is YouTube watching path. We need to convert that watching path to embedding path. Actually, we need to remove this watch (be equal). And here we need to put embed and slash. That is the video code. Actually, it was watching path. We are removing the watching path and we are keeping the embedding path. This is embed. Now I embed that video code. So save this. And when we run this, you can see that video comes here. And you can play that video directly here. That means YouTube video is directly working here. It is directly working here. It is defined here. Right? It is configuring here. You can embed. Now the point is, when I click on that link, that relative content should open here. That is the concept. How you can manage that? How you can bring the target and display in that location? That you can manage by using embeds, right? That means you can do by using this option. So this is how we can manage iframes actually. So for this we need one example. How YouTube videos, I just showed you a sample. Actually, how you can manage on link click. When I click, the target should open in a separate iframe. We can embed that through iframes. So how this works with one example we will see. that we will see in our next session. Tomorrow we will see. It is a separate big example to deal with. So we will design that and we will see how to work with that example. Then we can create one website like layout. Really working a website like layout we can design by using these iframe and links. So that we will discuss in our next session. Tomorrow we will continue with that, right? Then we can build one sample layout for website with navigations, right? Tomorrow we will see that example, how to deal with that, right?